Hello and welcome. I'm going to talk today about being in the creative flow. So this is actually the energetic flow as well, and how you can, there's people walking past, how you can actually sense that you're in the flow of creation is because all your thoughts and all your actions start to manifest or appear in front of you quite quickly. Now, we've all heard of the law of attraction or the law of manifesting or cosmic ordering, as some call it. And this is things like ordering the car parking space or the seat in the restaurant. These are lovely. These are lovely beginner's concepts for putting the intention out into the world and creating that energy to bring it back to you. But when we really get into the flow of all of your life, what happens is you're actually in charge of every single thought, because every single thought and movement is creative energy. And not only is it a thought and a movement or a heart, a feeling, the energy inside it amplifies the outcome. So you may quite simply say, okay, well, I'm going to this place and I need a parking space, for example, and you'll find a parking space. Or you'll go into a restaurant and you'll find just one seat is all you need, or maybe you need 3 seats in a quiet corner and you get 3 seats in a quiet corner. These are fun. These are playful elements of creation energy. There is a larger scope to this as well, and that's when we take on the direction that our life is going in. And because we are fully responsible for every part of the creation, our thoughts need to be pure. They don't need to be monitored, because then you are actually using twice as many thoughts. What you're actually doing is you're working on healing yourself to the point where every intention is pure, every thought is pure, every feeling is pure, well-intended, gratitude, collective consciousness. We are all one. We're looking after Mother Earth. We're looking after our community. We have good thoughts. We have good feelings. And anything that happens to us, we recognize that we create that for our highest good. So we're working through our karma and also creating positive karma. So the level of creative energy is really quite evolved at this stage, because you take the good and you take the bad. Now, this isn't saying, oh, the universe decides that I'm not meant to have this today, or it's a clunky day, or I just can't get in the groove today. We create in every single moment, and when we take that ownership and responsibility back, that's when we really step into becoming in the flow, in the real creative flow. So we move from the dabbling, the playful car parking space, and then we do the real work of owning our shadow, our trauma, clearing our trauma, owning our shadow work. And it's not about not having shadow, it's about being responsible with your shadow, so you don't lash out, or you don't pass it on, or you don't gossip, or you don't cause trouble. And then as you go through these energies and you raise your vibration or clear your consciousness, you amplify your abilities, you amplify your multidimensional connection, so everything is on loudspeaker. And so when you're thinking and feeling from such purity, you get what you think and feel. And because you've done all this work in the shadow and the inner child and the trauma and all these things, then it happens quicker. So that's why this isn't beginner stuff. It's an evolution that we go through, the cosmic ordering of the car parking space, right through all the shadow work, the deep trauma, being personally responsible and accountable, feeling connected. Then we start to feel connected. So we move out the duality, we move out the blame, and that life's not fair, and we take full responsibility, and we move into the collective. So I am one with nature, and nature is one with me, and we are all one together. So everyone in your life is a reflection of you at some level, and there's always something to be learned and taught. And we keep going through this until then you get to a point where everything is flow. Every single moment is the flow. Every single insect that crosses your path, every single bird that's in the sky, which is quite shamanic, every single experience that you have, every single intuitive whispers that you hear, which is multidimensional, every single thing is part of your creation. And when that happens, you start to see these signs and symbols in a very different way, because you are so connected to everything at such a large scale. And the level of love and trust and the ability to just sit back and relax, really just lean back into it and know that you're flowing, because you're not putting out any negativity, you're not creating any bad karma. It's coming from such a loving place that even though it takes you in a curve that you might not have expected, you know it's going to be okay. You know it's exactly what you need. You know that the universe is on your side because you're on the flow. You're, rather than being bobbing about in the river and being thrown around, you're actually flowing down the river, the creative flow. The creative flow, you're actually flowing down it and allowing yourself to be taken where you need to go, or rather than where you want to go, because you've allowed yourself to become one with the universe, rather than jumping about in the river, the wide river, deciding where you want to go. When you get to this level, what it normally does is it gives you what you wanted all along, 1,000,000 times better than you expected, but it comes to you in a different way than you thought. So that is the creative flow energy, really way beyond cosmic ordering, because you don't order. All you do is just live. You go to your restaurant or you drive down the street and you just know that you'll find the parking space that you need. You just know that you'll meet the person that you need to meet. You'll just know that you'll get the information that you need as well. And life is very simple that way. Life makes so much sense and life is very smooth. But it's this process between the fun part of cosmic ordering, where you order a car parking space, and getting into this, what I would call purity or collective consciousness. And this is all like I said earlier, the shadow work, the trauma work, the healing, the personal responsibility. So you're moving out of the duality and them and us. And there are people that aren't nice, there are oppressors, there is war, there is conflict. But when we start to move the conflict out of ourselves, our world starts to reflect that. And what we do with that, we get to choose, whether we choose to do humanitarian work or how we choose to do humanitarian work. Because you understand that we are all connected. So we move out of this duality and blame and into personal responsibility, and then into the collective consciousness, into the light being that, as long as you're cleaning everything inside of yourself, your world will emanate that purity around you. It's very Swami and guru-esque, if you like, or guru of yourself. So GURU, rather than guru outside of yourself. So rather than giving your power away to another enlightened being, you become the enlightened being in a very grounded manner. And you allow the universe to give you exactly what you need in that manner. So I call it the creative flow, energy flow, and it's beautiful. And you always get there, and you always get there in time, and you always meet all the right people. So thank you. Enjoy.